Hello, and welcome to the state of Florida. My name is Blake Matthews, and coming up over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you the best of what I have to offer regarding severe weather coverage, hurricane coverage, general personality, as well as, yes, even some snow and ice coverage. We had a little bit of snowfall fall across the state of Florida in January of 2016. I certainly hope you like what I have to offer, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Storms as strong as yesterday.
They are not as strong as yesterday, but still packing quite a punch. Let's get right to it. You can see a lot of lightning here stretching from southeastern Georgia down right into the heart of Jacksonville. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect, again, for Duval, Nassau, Charlton, and Camden counties until 6:15. I can't hear a word you're saying. This is so much fun, guys. All right, guys, now! How many times have you wanted to pelt the weatherman for bad weather? Putting a tracker on these storms, had a lot of folks asking about what the plans are for today. Is it going to rain all day? At this time, does not look like it's going to be an all-day affair. It looks like most of the rain is going to come to an end at about 10 o'clock this morning. So Orange Park, right around the west side, these storms are pushing on off towards the east at about 25 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and stretch this out basically all the way to the coastal zones this morning. This is going to put it in Mandarin, the heaviest rain. We're looking for 10 to 15 inches of rain across some portions of the Mississippi and Louisiana coast. 5 by 5 and 61. It looks like a spectacular evening. The atmosphere continues to dry out, but nonetheless, the snow flurries are out there this morning. I can't stop saying it. Snow flurry, snow flurry, snow flurry. We don't get to say it very much here across Jacksonville.
Florida cold versus real cold? I think today counts as real cold.
Yeah, well, I was just saying in the commercial break, I said, now I know why I appreciate sunny and 70 here. It's been very busy here in the weather department, as you might expect. Hey, I heard that there were snow flurries around the area today.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
I'll tell you, the reports started pouring into the newsroom. This a wild afternoon it was. These storms came in very swiftly, moving in at some 50 to 55 miles an hour. And of course, the damage widespread here along Hendricks and San Jose Boulevard, where obviously a number of power outages have occurred. Looking at some of the winds, yesterday we had radar indicated winds of 80 to 90 miles an hour across portions of southeastern Georgia in Camden County. Clearly, we are not seeing that with these storms, 49, 46, but still quite gusty out there and still enough to knock over some trees, so be careful.
They got a lot of damage from that. What's it like from Isaac?
You know, well, take a look for yourself. You can see the pile of debris here that some people, apparently maybe the National Guard has come by and already scooped up out of Highway 90 here. But this scene that you see is repeated all up and down the coastal areas of Mississippi. That's right. We've been talking a lot about Hispaniola, and the importance of this island is pretty significant. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the graphic I put together now. The daylight changes, of course. It's still nighttime, which is why you see some of the city lights there. But as we put this into motion, watch how things begin to change. Look how tall those mountains are there. And we're looking at some of those peaks as high as 10,000 feet. And as the storm system moves over this island, that center of circulation gets essentially shredded apart. And you see that it goes from a circular motion in the wind barbs to more of like streamlines. And that's exactly what we saw happen with this particular storm. Looking at here in the dark blue is a hard freeze warning in effect from 1 a.m. until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. This warning has been expanded now to include most of Duval County and Nassau County, as well as all of Clay County, basically to the west of I-95. Now, again, this means temperatures here are expected to dip down to at least 27 degrees or lower for at least 2 hours tonight. Everybody else in the blue, that includes all the way down into the Orlando area, is under a freeze warning. This does include the immediate beaches here for temperatures between 28 and 32 degrees tonight. Now, again, all of this is tied together from a big area of low pressure, obviously bringing a heck of a lot of snow from D.C. up into the Boston area. Folks, the videos that are coming in of the snow falling across the area, I mean, this one coming in from Carlaw. I'm going to show you this video coming up in Storm Pins in just a moment. I am freaking out. All right, freeze warnings in effect here. Everywhere you see in blue, this does include the immediate coast, it looks like. So for temperatures in the mid to upper 20s later on tonight. Some more snow flurries here in southern Putnam County. This is going to be southern Clay County to the north of Keystone Heights. These snow flurries are pushing on off. Well, the trackers that I keep putting on here, the snowflakes keep disappearing and reappearing, but they are out there this morning, so be careful. 38 degrees in Jacksonville, 41 degrees in Fernandina Beach, 40 degrees in Jacks Beach. It is a windy morning out there. Temperatures
cold 30s, and then we're talking about the wind chill driving down those temperatures into the 20s. So it's going to be a cold afternoon. Cold, cold, and cold. We do have that chance of snow flurries this morning, and certainly, as you saw from the video, unbelievable coming in out of the Lake City area this morning. 38 here in Jacksonville, Waycross, 35 in Valdosta, 36 degrees in Lake City. The departures, incredible. 25, 23, 21 degrees colder than just 24 hours ago here across the area. That's combined with the wind, 16, 20 miles an hour up in Brunswick, 20 miles an hour in St. Augustine, giving us a feels-like temperature now in Jacksonville of 29 degrees, 29 in Waycross, 26 in Lake City, 27 degrees is what it feels like this morning in Gainesville. And these winds are going to continue to howl across the area for the rest of the afternoon, 16, 18, 21 miles an hour heading into the 3 o'clock hour across our region. And then into the overnight hours, the winds will calm down a little bit, and that's important because we want to get that radiational cooling to set in. If you want cold weather, that is. The skies are going to clear out, the winds are going to calm, allowing for optimal radiational cooling. That's going to drop our temperatures down into the 20s, and there is plenty of cold air sliding on in our direction. 17 degrees is the current temperature in Nashville, and that cold air is going to continue to spill into our region. Here's how it breaks down hour by hour for you today. 41 degrees in Middleburg, 43 heading into the noon hour, at least according to this particular model. 46 degrees by 3 o'clock is what this model is showing for a high temperature for today. And then those temperatures as the sky clear are really going to drop once the sun goes down. We're talking temperatures going to drop 5 degrees per hour. At least it could once the sun goes down. So temperature is going to crater pretty hard tonight. And then showing 32 degrees by 7 o'clock. I'm really thinking more upper 20s is what we're looking for heading into the overnight hours. Overnight lows tonight, 26, 28, 28 degrees in Brunswick, 26 degrees in Lake City, 34 degrees in St. Augustine, a little closer to home, 28 up on the north side, 29 in Arlington, south side, 30 degrees NAS Jacks, even 25 degrees out towards Cecil Commerce. Your forecast for today, how about a high of only 44 degrees under those cloudy skies, turning sunny late this afternoon, 41 at 11, 43 at 3, 44 degrees at 6 o'clock in the full boat here. Again, another chilly afternoon on Sunday, even under sunny skies, 60 degrees for your Monday, waking up to back-to-back freezes, 28 and 30 before a slight warm-up, all the way up to 70 degrees by Tuesday, folks. Welcome to Florida in January, where we go from snow on one day to as much as well, you know, not quite beach weather on Tuesday, but, you know, 70 degrees. That's pretty good stuff. Hey, Bakari, already this morning we've had very heavy rain pushing into Duval County. You could see stretching basically from Fernandina Beach in southeastern Camden County across Georgia all the way back through Gainesville, where Chris Parento is down in Putnam County. You can see he is just on the leading edge of the very heavy rain that continues to push through our area. Zooming on down first off into Duval County.
He's joining us now this morning. Blake, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jen. You know, it's been almost 11 years since Florida has been directly affected by a hurricane. With the first forecast being issued at 10 a.m., we're wondering if this year is the year that our streak runs dry.
Florida summer means sun, beaches, vacationers. Summer also means hurricanes, a phenomenon as synonymous with Florida as Disney, but hardly seen like snow. While some areas of the country still have snow in their forecast in mid-April, researchers at Colorado State University are releasing their predictions for the upcoming 2016 hurricane season.
At this point, we're expecting the season to be approximately average. We had El Nino last year, which is warmer than normal waters in the eastern and central tropical Pacific. And when you have El Nino conditions, what that does is it tends to increase upper-level winds to tear apart hurricanes in the Atlantic. That El Nino is dissipating, and we expect it to be gone for this year's hurricane season. So that would be an enhancing factor for the hurricanes. The other factor that we're considering right now is Atlantic Basin, kind of what's going on there. Right now, the far North Atlantic is very cold, and some of the pressure and wind patterns that have resulted from that are less conducive for hurricanes. So at this point, we're kind of thinking they may tend to equal each other out in terms of the impacts they're going to have on the hurricane season.
With El Nino dissipating, we anticipated we'd see a busier season. But as Dr. Klotzbach mentioned, a more average season is expected thanks to colder than average water temperatures in the North Atlantic.
Busy or not, the big story is it just takes one. But look what's happened over the last decade. We've been missed and missed repeatedly. Look at all the hurricanes out here, but there's Florida, Jacksonville, all the way down to Miami. We haven't seen a single hurricane in 10 years, and of course the threat is going to be bigger than ever now that the season could be much more real.
This year marks the 11th year since Florida has felt the effects of any hurricane, almost 4,000 days, a record that Klotzbach says is unprecedented, eclipsing the previous record by 5 years. As the season gets underway, it's important to remember that we live on the coast. While it has been a long time since we've been directly affected by a bona fide hurricane, it only stands to reason that it will happen again.
And of course, the Weather Authority will keep you updated with any developments out in the tropical Atlantic when the hurricane season kicks off on June 1st.